Okay, so picture this. It's early 2026, and the creative world just gets completely turned on its head. A new AI video model doesn't just show up, it explodes onto the scene and instantly changes everything we thought was possible. So, what is this thing? It's called Seedance 2.0, and trust me, it's a really big deal.
Here's the big question that every creator, every filmmaker has been asking for a while now. Can you actually just type a few words, a single sentence, and have an AI generate a whole complex, beautiful, cinematic film? I mean, it sounds like pure science fiction, right? Well, not anymore.
And the answer came from ByteDance with their new AI model Seedance 2.0. And during its internal testing, it didn't just whisper yes, oh no. It shouted it from the rooftops with all these viral demos that just completely took over the internet. And look, this wasn't just a bunch of user hype. The claim coming from inside the company was incredibly bold. They called it the strongest video model on Earth. That is a huge statement, right? It sets expectations sky high. But as you're about to see, it didn't just meet them, it blew them out of the water. And if you want proof of its impact, how about this number? That's the total number of views its demo videos got across social media in a super short amount of time. Over 100 million. This wasn't some niche tech demo for engineers. This was a legit global phenomenon. So how did it grab the world's attention so fast? Well, it started by proving it could not only create new things, but it could perfectly understand and recreate stuff we already know and love. Let's get into the proof, right in the pixels. Okay, the first real bombshell was this clip. It took two of the most famous characters from the anime Jujutsu Kaisen, Gojo and Sukuna, and threw them into a fight scene that was, well, it was basically indistinguishable from the real show. We're talking complex motion, energy blasts, dramatic camera angles, all of it generated from a text prompt. And you better believe the anime community noticed. Big time. This one 30-second clip alone pulled in over 5 million views. Fans were going frame by frame, just completely stunned by how authentic it looked and felt. But it wasn't just the view count, it was what people were saying. This wasn't some tech bro saying looks cool. This was a real anime fan on Platform X saying the things that really matter in animation. The fluidity, the weight, the timing were perfect. For so many people, it just felt real.
But Seedance 2.0 wasn't just a one-trick pony for action scenes. It also showed it had a sense of humor. Another clip that went viral showed Luffy from One Piece, and it perfectly captured his unique rubbery rage as he gets mad at his computer and just chucks a MacBook into the ocean. This tells you the model isn't just copying a style. It's learning context. It's understanding a character's personality.
Okay, so it absolutely nailed animation. But what about the real world? Could it do the same thing for reality? Well, this is where Seedance 2.0 went from just copying cartoons to actually mastering the language of cinema itself. This example is just brilliant. It shows the incredible leap the AI can make. The prompt was famously simple, Will Smith eating spaghetti. But the result? A mind-blowingly hyper-realistic video. But here's the crazy part. The AI didn't just create the scene. It added nuance. It even improvised dialogue. It's not just copying, it's interpreting and then adding to it. And its intelligence just kept going deeper. A user asked it to create an emergency plane landing, but they added a crucial instruction: use a handheld camera. And the AI knew what that meant. The result was this shaky, urgent, chaotic scene that felt like it was ripped right out of a Hollywood movie. This proves Seedance 2.0 isn't just an artist, it's a director. So it can make these amazing short clips, both animated and realistic. But what does that actually mean for creators who want to tell bigger stories? Well, this next part is where we see the toolbox get a massive, game-changing upgrade. Just look at this range. We've gone from 10-second memes to fully narrative 10-minute short films. That's not just a small jump in length. It's a huge leap in storytelling power. We're talking about maintaining characters, plot, and consistency over a much longer runtime. So what does it actually take to make one of these? Well, here's the recipe for a 10-minute animated short that was made called Hey Myth. It took about 8 hours of generation time, cost around $55 and used about 1.8 million of the platform's creative points. Think about that. A process that used to require a whole team of animators and a huge budget now boils down to this. And the implication here is just profound. The barrier to entry, the cost and complexity of making something that looks epic has been radically lowered. We are now truly in the era of the one-person film studio, where a single creator can bring a massive vision to life right from their laptop.
But a revolution this big is never simple. With all this incredible new power comes a wave of really complex questions, a lot of anxiety, and some pretty heated debates about the future of creativity itself.
This quote from a creator on social media just perfectly captures the two sides of the coin. On the one hand, you have this insane excitement about this new era of filmmaking. But on the other, you have deep skepticism and this fundamental question: is what we're seeing really art? So this whole thing has left us with these massive questions that, honestly, nobody really has the answers to yet. Like, who owns the copyright to something an AI makes? What's going to happen to the jobs of animators, actors, and directors? And maybe the biggest question of all, where do we draw the line between a tool and the actual creator? And ultimately, all of this forces us to ask one final, really powerful question. Are we witnessing the death of the artist as we've always known them? Or are we right at the beginning, witnessing the birth of a completely new kind of artist? That's the debate that Seedance 2.0 has forced into the spotlight for all of us.